before I decided to come to BU, I was literally down to like April 28th and I still didn't know where I was going to school. And then I came to the open house here and you can just tell that people want you here, they want you to do well and they care about the program. And I didn't really see that at the other schools I went to visit.
I know that Boston University has one of the best communication programs. So when I got accepted, it was kind of an easy decision.
I knew I made the right decision from day one since I arrived on campus. Everything has exceeded my expectations. The people, the food, the classes.
Once I came here and I visited here and I saw I saw the comm building and I saw that their vision was really similar to what my vision was. They're really passionate about training people to be not just effective communicators, but people who are really going to actually do important things in the world. And obviously that's something that I want to do. So once I visited here and I saw what was important to the school, it just made a lot of sense for me to be here.
The fact that you get the chance to do so many different things at any time of the day, anywhere, is probably the best part. You have so much access, you have so much freedom.
There's a lot of hands-on opportunities for college communication students here at BU. We have WTBU, student-run radio station. You get to host your own show and get involved right away in a professional-like setting. There's also BU TV, if you're interested in film and television.
Well, I really love BU overall, everything. I'm really sure that this was the right choice for me. I love everything. I wanted a big city, yet not too big. And it's really easy to make it a small community, but it's also easy to make it, if you want to be involved in many things, it's also easy to do.
So one of the most difficult things transitioning from high school to college was just kind of realizing that the moment you're at school, you're not going to make best friends in an instant, and that it takes time to develop relationships. In high school, because you're coming from having best friends that you've had for years, you come in with that expectation. But just know that it takes time to find people who are like you or who interest you or who you have fun with. So just to be patient and you'll find the people you're looking for.
Even though I came here knowing nobody, there are so many people here that you're pretty much guaranteed going to find your niche and you're going to find your group of people that you fit in with. So.
One of the biggest challenges for me was probably doing things on my own and then having to figure out how to make time between social life and doing work. Because all my friends live on my floor, so sometimes it's hard to get homework done when they're all there. But it's just figuring out a balance between that.
I would say the amount of homework I had to do. I never had to read so much in my life. So, because I took anthropology and communications and writing 100, so that anywhere from 100 more plus pages every week. So that was a big deal and a lot for me to handle. But if you just stay organized and make sure you do your readings, then you're fine.
Enjoy your sleep now, because you're not going to get much more of it.
Comm 101 can be a little overwhelming when you walk in. Every comm kid is taking Comm 101. There's 400 kids in a giant lecture hall. But 2 days later, you go to your discussion, and it's a lot less overwhelming. There's 20 kids in there, and everyone's they want you to do well. They do everything they can to help you do well. And I think overall, it was a really good experience. I got to know about every field, and I might even switch from what I planned on originally. So I think it's a really cool class.
If you really look back on the course, it's pretty obvious that we are set up for any field that we go into, or even if we switch majors. The entire class is filled with a good breadth of information.
I really like that until now we've been introduced to everything, because I'm still not even sure if I want to major in advertising. So I really enjoyed that.
There's always something to do here. I've never, for the past 4 months, I've not been bored once, which is an amazing thing for me because I'm always bored. So.
Oh, it's great. You can just take the T anywhere. My friends and I, a couple weeks ago, we went to a Bruins game. You just hop on the T, go to the Garden. You can go to Copley Square. You can go to Prudential. You can go to the North End. You can go a litany of places, and it's so quick and so cheap due to public transportation. So the city really is your campus.
Nice.
It's a college town, so there's a lot of things for college students to do and find out and discover. So I have only scratched the surface of the city, and I know that there's so much more for me to discover here. That's really exciting because I know that there are whole neighborhoods I've never checked out, and there are all kinds of things that I don't know about that I'm sure I would love. So it's kind of a city that like you can always get something else out of, which is really nice.
I think a lot of applying has to deal with what you really want personally, whether you want a big school, a small school, search for your major. For example, I searched for communication majors on the East Coast, which really helped me out finding BU. Another one would be start early, because the earlier the better.
Definitely don't stress about it too much, and when you visit campus, you'll know if this is where you're meant to be, and you'll know if this is where you want to go.